Hi everyone, thank you for joining. So I will tell you a little bit about the adoption by INRAE of the Agrisemantics working group outputs. So I am Sophie Aubin, working at INRAE at the Direction for Open Science, where I am in charge of services for research teams who work with the semantic resources, namely ontologies, thesauri, terminologies, and so on. And these resources are used mainly to annotate, index, and analyze literature, but now also data sets and any digital research object. A few words about INRAE. This is a brand new institute. This is the French National Research Institute for Agriculture, Food and Environment. It's a major player in Europe, and as it's born from former both institutes, INRAE and ISTA. And INRAE's main goal is to be a key player in the transition necessary to address major global changes faced with the growing world population, climate change, resource scarcity, and decline in biodiversity. The Institute is developing solutions that involve multi-performance agriculture, high-quality food, and the sustainable management of resources and ecosystems. And at INRAE, researchers produce and disseminate a lot of knowledge to help solve major societal challenges. And we are linked to application domains as we put this knowledge to work to foster innovation, provide training and expertise. And we also have missions for informing public policies. To do this research, we collaborate with a broad diversity of stakeholders, from academia to social economic sphere, non-profit organizations, and everyday citizens. So to support our researchers doing this research in a very interdisciplinary environment, we need solutions to better share our data and knowledge. Now, some words about INRAE. In RDA, we've been involved since the very beginning of RDA in 2013, and we have we've done some contributions, especially in the interest group for agriculture data. Also the Wheat Data Interoperability Working Group, which released major guidelines some years ago. And the Agrisemantics Working Group, we will talk more today. But beyond this group, we've been really involved in. We've constantly been monitoring and testing the outputs of a group of interest and working groups in RDA. And here is some examples of what we've implemented. So now regarding Agrisemantics and issues that are related to this. As you've understood, INRAE is a very interdisciplinary research institute, from gene to a landscape, animals, plants, humans, and we really need solutions to increase the scientific data discoverability and interoperability. This is one of our major challenges today. And we have to address some very complex cases of data interoperability. All along the data life cycle, we need to improve the metadata descriptions, and also the we need to make our data sets values more semantically grounded. We really need clear descriptions of what are the variables, the objects that are described and measured in our data sets. Here are some roadblocks with using and developing these semantic resources that will help disambiguate the objects that we deal with. First, what we have as a goal is to avoid the duplicating semantic resources, because they are very costly, and having specific semantic resources really prevents from this interoperability between information systems and data sets. So we have to organize this production and management of semantic resources. But at the moment, there is a real lack in skills for these tasks in knowledge engineering, and we need to develop these skills to get together with the whole community. And we also need to make it easier. At the moment, at INRAE, only I would say a few researchers are able to work with these semantic resources and all the tools that are offered at the moment to work with these. And we really need to develop these semantic approaches and make it easier to do. And also incentives are very important, because at the moment developing these semantic resources is not really valorized, not recognized in the, for instance, in the evaluation. So we need to work on this. Oh, sorry. So, a few words about the Agrisemantics recommendations. The goal of the working group was to enhance the data interoperability in agriculture, especially by promoting the use of semantics for agricultural data. The working group worked from a landscape study. Then we worked on some use cases to output these recommendations that are quite high level recommendations. We do not provide very precise solutions, because we have to build them. The recommendations from Agrisemantics are more like a roadmap to progress on these topics. So what we would see as part of the solution to better use and produce these semantic resources is, first we need some framework that would be easier to use for non-specialists. At the moment, editing semantic resources is quite difficult, and then the sharing process is not that clear. We need tools and methodologies. Also, we need people to engage in reusing existing semantic resources, and for this, again, we need methodologies and tools and clarify the legal issues. We also need metadata models or profiles to describe these semantic resources that have some particular features. And more generally, we need to introduce semantic culture in the training programs. So we have, this is only 4 very high level recommendations, but there are 39 at the total in the recommendations, and they are addressed to a different kind of stakeholders, policymakers and funders, software developers, semantic professionals, and data producers and managers who are the user of the semantic resources. Now, on the what we've adopted at INRAE at the moment, just I need to mention that this is a continuous adoption process. We step by step we progress on the road. So as a more the policymaker or founder, as my department provides services to researchers of the institute, we adopted the 36 recommendation, which encourages and supports the creation and long-term maintenance of open tools to manipulate semantic resources. So we have adopted open source tools that are quite spread and well used in our community, namely Workbench to work with SCORS and OWL, and also Cosmos to present the thesauri, and very important is the Agro portal. This is a repository for ontologies and thesauries for agronomy. This is a place where people interested in these very specific topics can find very interesting resources, and we promote these tools. We provide use cases to test them and provide some feedback, and we also encourage their adoption through our projects and the way we provide services to our researchers. Second, now we here are more like in the position of semantic professionals, as we in my department, but also other people at INRAE, researchers mainly working with the semantic resources. We've adopted the following recommendations, with making our semantic resources easily findable, accessible, interpretable, and reusable. Mainly, this is the FAIR principles, and we apply W3C recommendations. So very concretely, we share our resources in various repositories and catalogs. First, we encourage people to put them in Agro portal, to make them easy findable by the community. Then we record the metadata and links to the data in our institutional data catalog, which is data INRAE, based on the Dataverse technology. And our data INRAE catalog also provides DOI. Whenever you reference a vocabulary in data INRAE, you get DOI for your data. And then we also use and really promote the metadata for ontology description and publication ontology, which is an metadata application profile for semantic resources that provides very useful information, especially on provenance and usage of the ontologies, which is very useful when you are looking for a resource to reuse. Also regarding recommendation 15, data INRAE and AgriPortal handle versions very properly. So that's fine for us. In addition, which is not shown in this slide, all the semantic resources from INRAE that are in AgriPortal are also referenced on fair sharing, which is quite convenient. Now, we also we've adopted some recommendations that are developed in some projects that we are participating in. We promote standards for expressing alignments between resources expressed in different formats. That's what's developed in the D2CAP project, led by Clément Jonquet from LIRM. This is a project that we are partner of, and we really want to develop some new ways to represent and document alignments. We also produce recommendations and training on key issues. This is more the Fusin and Gopher food system part. The Gopher food systems is a kind of follow-up of the Agrisemantics working group. This is we are attached in this initiative to provide implementation solutions for the Agrisemantics recommendation that address FAIR principles. And also in this Gopher and Fusin. Fusin is the French part of the Gopher food system implementation network. We will communicate the benefits of semantics through case studies. We will run a survey. We will collect some use cases from next autumn, and we will see how people are advanced on this adoption process of the Agrisemantics outputs. And all these initiatives or projects also contribute to the FAIRS project, which is linked to the Open Science Cloud. So we are pushing the Agrisemantics output towards these organizations. So the adoption process, as I said, is continuous through our internal services to the researchers working with semantic resources. We also work inside our community of practices. Mainly people you can meet in the interest group for agricultural data, where we have common tools like AgriPortal, Workbench, and so on. And as I said, in our we've started some projects and initiatives since the production of the Agrisemantics recommendations, and the recommendations are developed or implemented in all these projects. Okay, now just a quick information. Chris, this is not really related to INRAE, but more to Agrisemantics. Professor Chris Baker told me a few days ago that he's running a survey on the Agrisemantics adoption. So I invite you to contribute to this survey. and we will find all this connection information on the slides once they will be on the RDA webpage. This was just to let you know. So I'm finished now, and thank you for listening.